Welcome to the Learn Languages podcast. Today's episode follows one of the most important and emotional experiences in many people's lives, a visa interview at the immigration office. You will follow Daniel from the moment he wakes up to the moment he receives his final decision. This story will help you learn real immigration vocabulary, how to answer official questions, how to stay calm and confident, how to speak clearly in formal English. Relax, listen carefully, and imagine yourself in every scene. Now let's follow Daniel as he begins his day, long before the interview even starts. It's still dark outside. The sun hasn't risen yet. The air feels cold and quiet. Daniel wakes up earlier than usual. He didn't sleep well. His mind was full of questions, worries, hopes, and fears. Today is the day of his visa interview. He walks into the kitchen, makes a cup of hot coffee, and places his thick folder on the table. A folder filled with his passport, job offer, contracts, bank statements, proof of funds, rental agreement, certificates, forms, photocopies, and more photocopies, just in case. He reviews everything again, even though he checked it many times. His hands tremble slightly. "Everything is here," he whispers. "Everything is ready." He puts on his best shirt, fixes his hair, looks in the mirror, and says quietly, "You can do this." He takes a deep breath, grabs his folder, and leaves the house. And after checking his documents one last time, Daniel finally heads to the immigration office where the real challenge begins. The taxi ride is silent. Daniel watches the city waking up. People go to work. Children cross the street, shops open. But Daniel feels like time has slowed down. When the taxi stops, he sees the large government building, gray walls, tall windows, a flag moving slowly in the wind. The sign reads, Immigration and Citizenship Office. Inside, everything feels official. The air is cold, the lights are bright, people sit in rows with folders in their hands. Daniel approaches the reception desk. "Good morning. Reason for your visit?" I have a visa interview." "Name?" "Daniel. Daniel Foster." "Please sit in waiting area B. Someone will call you shortly." Daniel sits. His folder rests on his lap. His heart beats fast. He hears every sound. Printers' footsteps, security radios, numbers being called. Ticket C14, counter 6. Everyone looks nervous. Everyone is waiting for their future. Finally, a tall officer appears. "Daniel Foster, room 7, please." Daniel follows him through a long hallway. Room 7. The officer gestures to a chair. "Good morning. Please have a seat." The interview begins. Once inside the building, the atmosphere feels even more intense. And soon, Daniel is called into the interview room. The immigration officer opens the file and speaks in a calm but firm tone. "Why do you want to move to our country?" Daniel answers with confidence. "I want to build a long-term life here. I received a full-time job offer from a software company. And I believe this country offers great opportunities for my career and personal development." The officer writes something. "Tell me about your job offer." "The position is permanent with Northbridge Technologies. I will be working as a software developer." "Can I see the supporting documents?" Daniel passes the contract, offer letter, and email confirmations. The officer reads slowly. His face remains neutral. "What is your current occupation?" "I've been a software developer for 6 years." "Do you have proof of funds?" Daniel shows his bank statements. "These documents show my savings over the last 12 months." "Where will you be living?" I have a temporary rental agreement for 3 months. Any previous visa refusals? No. Any criminal record? No. Here is my police certificate. Do you understand your visa conditions? Yes, I do. The officer closes the file. Daniel feels a small relief, but it's not over yet. Everything seems to be going well until the officer notices something unexpected, a problem Daniel didn't prepare for. The officer looks serious. I have one concern. Daniel feels his stomach twist. Your employment verification letter is missing a signature. Daniel freezes. He checked everything, except that. I apologize. I didn't see that. You have 2 options, the officer says. You can reschedule the interview and come back in 2 weeks, or send the corrected document within the next hour. Daniel panics inside. 2 weeks would ruin everything. I can send it now, he says quickly. He contacts his employer. Minutes pass like hours. Finally, ding, a new email. The signed letter is attached. Daniel shows it to the officer. The officer prints it and adds it to the file. Good, thank you. Daniel feels air returning to his lungs after fixing the issue just in time. It is finally time for the officer to make his decision.
The officer closes the file. He looks directly at Daniel. Based on your answers, your documents, and the verification of your job offer. Silence. Daniel's heart pounds in his chest. Then the officer says, "Your visa is approved." Daniel almost cries from relief. "Congratulations," the officer adds. "You will receive your passport with the visa stamp in 5 to 10 business days." Daniel stands. He shakes the officer's hand. "Thank you. Thank you so much." He walks out of the building slowly. The cold air feels different now. Lighter, warmer, full of possibility. Daniel smiles. He did it. Now that Daniel's journey is complete, let's review some key words and expressions you heard in today's story. Immigration office. Visa interview. Employment verification letter. Job offer. Permanent contract. Proof of funds. Bank statement. Police certificate. Criminal record. Background check. Temporary housing. Verification. Approved. Officer. Application. Passport. Signature. Eligibility. Thank you for listening to today's episode of the Learn Languages podcast. I hope this long, realistic story helped you understand how immigration interviews work, how to answer confidently, and how to express yourself clearly in formal English. Learning a language is not only about vocabulary and grammar, it's also about understanding real situations and feeling the emotions behind them. The stress, the hope, the fear, the excitement, and the relief that comes when everything goes well. If you reached the end of this episode, I want to say congratulations. It means you're serious about improving your English, and you're taking real steps to build a better future. If you found this story helpful, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode. And now, I would love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments. Are you preparing for immigration? What country are you applying to? Which part of the interview is hardest for you? And what real-life English story should I create next? Your comments inspire the next videos on this channel. Your support helps this community grow. And your progress is what motivates this podcast every day. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for listening, and thank you for learning English with me. See you in the next episode. Take care and keep learning.